So obviously, there's been a lot of anticipation and expectation. What WNBA?
I don't really model my game after anyone. I want to be one of one, but I'd say I'm most like Cheryl Swoops. She was an all-around star, had the ability to score, play defense, and get her teammates involved, and that's my game in a nutshell.
You just mentioned an incredible player who's had a legendary career. Have you had a chance to interact with them? And did they give you any meaningful advice?
I did. We have the same agent, and we met at an event. She gave me her number and said, text her anytime, and I have. The best advice she's given me so far, it made me laugh. She said, stay humble off the court, not on it. She should copyright that. I told her.
Yeah, that's great advice. On another note, there's been a lot of hype about your draft class coming into the league. You've played against Caitlin Clark in club-level basketball and in college. How will that rivalry continue in the WNBA?
I'm a Caitlin Clark fan myself, like, for real. There were times when we were playing against each other that I would just be shaking my head at one of her logo three-pointers or some shot. She makes you do that. But she also makes you want to work hard and give her everything you got. And I love going up against players like that. And I'm going to love competing against Caitlin every time we meet in the WNBA.
Coming from where you came from, what are you looking forward to most being in this city with this incredible fan base?
I can't wait to get in front of that crowd. There's a long history of basketball here. Coming from a smaller college program, I didn't really have that big city atmosphere. I'm going to give the fans all of me, and I hope they embrace me right back.
So for casual fans and fans just getting into women's basketball who might not be as familiar with you yet, what do you want them to know about you as a player as well as an individual?
On the court, I'm always locked in. I know what my role is and what I need to do to help my team, whatever that may be. I'm willing to take on any role. Off the court, I'm probably more like Sid Colson. I like to keep it light and fun and not take myself too seriously, but like I said, once I lace up my kicks, get the ball in my hands, it's time to go to work.
Okay, so last question. If you could sum up the perfect rookie season, what would it be? And how do you stack up against the other rookies in this class?
I don't really care about individual accolades. I'm all about the team. If we accomplish all the goals we set at the beginning of the season, then that's all I can ask for. As for this rookie class overall, it's so talented from top to bottom. And we're going to push each other and be competitive, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Just get started. When
The head coach is Becky Hammond.
Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight it'll be the Phoenix Mercury going up against the Las Vegas Aces. With Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us.
And we're just kicking off this season, so let me ask you two, what are you most excited about?
I love seeing how new players fit into their teams. Lots of interesting moves this offseason, but now we got to see how the pieces actually come together.
Yeah, and you know, for me, it's all about the rookies. I mean, lately it seems like every draft class has been absolutely loaded, so it's fun to see how they adjust to the pro game.
And so off the tip, it's Phoenix. And there's the foul. It'll go on court clean. That is our first foul of the game. Pass to Taurasi. Good, and the assist goes to Kalia Copper.
Accurate, quick, soft. It's a thing of beauty. It's a Diana Taurasi made three.
Here's Young. The tray. Nailed from three-point land.
Three's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a three.
looking comfortable operating in the post. Taurasi has a great sense of when to attack from this area on the court.
And that one's good. Lewis.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
Well, you look at the run the Aces are on. Do you think we can call them a dynasty?
Over the last 4 years, they have 3 trips to the finals and 2 championships. Now, I think the coming seasons will determine if they are officially a dynasty, but they're definitely on that path.
Now here's Gray. Pass to Lewis. Parker Tyus. She's covered by Thomas. Wilson outside. To the middle. Outside Young. Takes the 3. Brown grabs the board. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Out to Taurasi. From deep. Las Vegas grabs the miss.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Wilson. She's covered by Copper. Pass to Lewis. No good that time.
Great D that time from Kalia Copper.
And this is her first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for Mercury, Diana Taurasi.
When you think about Phoenix Mercury.
Substitution on the court.
The Mercury trail. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The Mercury with another miss.
Well, after hitting those 2 3 balls in the first quarter, it looks like she's cooled down a bit here in the second.
Now here's Lloyd. Gets a 3-pointer to fall.
That's some assertive shooting from Lloyd in the corner. She knows that she's got to be able to hit that shot.
Pass to Bill. Back to Taurasi for 3. And Jewel Lloyd pulls it down.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but she just didn't have it in her right there.
Now Court Queen. She's covered by Taurasi. To the inside. Here's Lewis. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Their crisp passing has opened things up offensively.
Yeah, it makes the game easy. 10 straight points off of an assist. That's impressive.
Really left alone that time.
She's picking up where she left off in the first quarter, from downtown at least.
Egbo, guarded by Sabali. Gray outside. And the aces, another 3.
This is who Gray is. A terrific shooter who seeks payback when you drain one on her squad.
Pass to Billings. Now here's Taurasi. That doesn't go either for Diana Taurasi.
Just not the quarter she would like to have when you talk about shooting the ball, but hopefully she can turn it around.
And that'll raise their field goal percentage even more. They're enjoying a big edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. They've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has just been great.
Such a high IQ on this team.
Offensive rebound. Sabali, good.
I love the effort and energy Sabali brings to the boards. Great second chance effort there.
Gustafson gets the bucket.
You just love a player like her. She's been the floor general at the offensive end.
She has been on it today, just doing a great job of keeping that ball moving.
Taurasi, the 19-footer is on the money.
Well, there she is again, leading by example. Now, Taurasi might not demand the ball, but they're calling her number, and she's delivered time and time again. They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Everybody always thinks it's passing that gets you assists, but also their movement off the ball, it's created those opportunities.
Scooped up. Taurasi gets the bucket.
She's got a great read of where that miss was going, and that enabled her to be the first player to it and get the putback.
Lloyd with the bucket.
Three-pointers keep dropping. You sense the frustration mounting for these defenders, their coaches, their fans, everyone.
Yeah, they just have not been able to take that shot away.
Here's Billings. Sinks the triple.
I mean, if you're a defender, you have to know where Taurasi is at all times, especially when she's roaming around the perimeter.
One of the most amazing stories in all of sports is the fact that Diana Taurasi is still a top scorer and a top player.
I mean, she turns 42 this year. She went first overall back in 2004, back when Blake was in preschool. A lot of her teammates were in diapers back then. DT's commitment to the game is unmatched. It's just really special to get to watch her play still.
Here's Billings. Pass to Mack. Now Taurasi. Here's Taylor. Inside. Billings. Numbered by Lloyd. A shot by Taurasi. No good.
It's been a bit of a struggle for her this quarter in terms of scoring the ball.
Lloyd with the bucket.
She's the main reason they have the lead right now. She's been perfect from the field. She has not missed one. Literally perfect.
Pass to Taylor. Back to Taurasi. Lets it go from deep. Egbo pulls it in.
They're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they've just got to find a way to get back into this game. That's as good a place as any.
Just increase the effort on the boards.
Count it.
One aspect of their play today that's been far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow, it can be elusive, but the great offenses have it. And that's just what they've shown tonight.
Here's Billings. Down low. Picks it out to Stabile. Taurasi. Pass to Taylor. Here's Billings. Kept alive. Mack. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebound, effort.
Now here's Court Queen. She's got 8. Misses from close range.
Well, they call them layups for a reason. It's not easy to miss that close to the rim.
Pass to Taurasi. Shoots from beyond the arc and then some.
She had a great start from behind the arc, and she simply kicked it up a notch here in the second.
Lloyd with the bucket.
They've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. You got to imagine that their coach is very happy with that.
4 straight passes leading to scores. That's just great team play.
Here's Taylor. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Clock at 6. Taurasi. And the shot goes down.
This quarter has brought out the best in her. And even though they're still trailing, she has been impossible to contain.
Now here's Gustafson.
She's got 5. And it's Lewis missing. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. Here's Mack. Off on the layup. The Aces with the lead. Here's Lloyd. He just can't miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
A physical guard. Jewel Lloyd gets those hard buckets.
Pass to Billings. And here's Diana Taurasi from the arc. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So we conclude the first half. Aces ahead, up 9. And we will see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball in just a bit. All right, the second half beginning in a moment. Diana Taurasi is having a dominant impact in this game.
Her rebounding, particularly the offensive rebounding, was superb in the first half. She was really battling hard inside.
And that allowed them to get several shots on the same possession multiple times. I mean, her work on the offensive glass has been invaluable.
Well, there's no question that the Las Vegas Aces have established themselves as the gold standard of the W.
Well, it's about more than those 2 titles. They opened up a 64,000 square foot practice facility back in 2023, the first WNBA team to have their own dedicated practice facility. That's showing a major investment in the team and the league.
Ugly start to the second half, missing their first 4. They need to get on track.
Pass to Lewis. Parker Tyus. She's covered by Brown. And the shot goes in.
You know, they've been extremely efficient and effective getting the ball inside.
Totally. I mean, we're seeing some real shortcomings from this defense. They've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
5 shots without a make. A ragged start coming out of halftime.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Three-pointer Jackie Young gets it to go from downtown.
It must be nice for them to know that game in and game out, her offense will be there for them.
And we're just about a minute and a half into this third quarter of basketball. Shoots from 14. Tried to bank it in, but misses.
It's very dangerous to leave her open like that. Lucky break for the D that she missed it.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Parker Tyus. Lewis. Add basket number 6 to her stat sheet. She's now 6 for 10.
And their lead gets even more enormous. They played terrific basketball at both ends.
No doubt about it. I certainly can't think of an area where they've underperformed.
And neither can I.
And the Mercury call time here.
Minutes into the second half of play now. Number 3, Diana Taurasi. The Mercury with another miss. And it's the Aces with the ball. 16-point lead, the largest margin of the game. Court Queen up top. Left side, Parker Tyus. Lewis. She's covered by Copper. Good D by Kalia Copper.
Nice play on D, got that hand in her face, and it prevented an easy look.
Exactly. She was alert and aware, and really just reacted quickly to that shot. She is not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when she's got that much room, at least. She had all the space she needed, but just could not find the bottom of the bucket.
Leah Copper from outside. And Parker comes up with the rebound.
Not a whole lot going down for her. She can't catch a break.
Inside.
Outside Young.
Gray.
Pass to Parker Tyus.
Here's Lewis. And Taurasi with the block.
The stuff by Taurasi. She's a big point guard at 6 feet.
Copper outside.
Taurasi hits it from three-point range.
Oh my gosh, she's making it look easy right now, and I expect them to run the offense through her until the defense forces it out of her hands.
And that one's good. Wilson.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Here's Diana Taurasi from the arc. Las Vegas grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16.
Pass to Parker Tyus.
And she uses the glass on the layup.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Phoenix with the ball. It's a 14-point game.
Copper with the ball.
To the middle. Taurasi gets the bucket.
It's easy to see Copper's phenomenal fundamentals. When she sees a wide open shooter, she makes sure they get the ball.
When you think about dominant players in the league, Asia Wilson right now is the first person that comes to mind.
Well, her game really speaks for itself, doesn't it? And then you factor in all the awards, all the accomplishments, and like you said, she has to be at the top of your list.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix.
Group getting ready for the Mercury. Shot clock and game clock 1 second differential. Wnba guarded by Sabali. Pass to Lewis. Wnba out to the left wing. Now court queen. And she drops in the layup off glass.
That's where you like your shots to come from.
Down low. Here's Sabali. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, look, one of the reasons they're trailing is because we haven't seen enough of that. She has to become a bigger part of her offense.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Aces on top, up by 10. And we've got the fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And so here's Phoenix, trailing by 10. Here's Whitcomb, and it's off from three-point range. Now here is Lloyd. Tight defense on her. Count that one.
And the ball handling moves of Jewel Lloyd are just so clever. She has no problem getting creative out there.
Pass to Sabali. Now here's Whitcomb. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Outside Lloyd. Now Stokes. Here's Lewis. Right through the D for the layup. Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Whitcomb, that's good.
That's a great outcome for this offense. Getting Whitcomb something in rhythm.
Pass to Lewis. Lloyd. Now here's court queen. Whitcomb defending. Fourth quarter now, we're just about a minute and a half in. Shoots the three. And again, Phoenix with the triple.
Making a big difference from long range tonight. That was a big shot right there.
They've got time, and if she can keep stretching the defense like she has been with the three-point shot, that lead could go away in a hurry. Boy, she made a mess of that finish.
Billings. Las Vegas grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. It's stolen by Kalia Cooper. Pass to Whitcomb. Lets the three fly. Stokes with the rebound. The Aces leading. And here's court queen. Inside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jackie Young.
They're beginning to just fall apart defensively, especially on the interior.
Yeah, they're crumbling like a cookie right now, and that's 4 straight field goals they've allowed from within touching distance of the rim.
Whitcomb misses.
Yeah, she found herself in space and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Screen by Egbo. Pass to Lloyd from outside the arc. And it's rebounded by Satu Sabali. Here's Taylor. To the middle. Sabali. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
In the paint, Sabali has the tools to be dominant. Look at her muscle her way to the shot there.
Timeout called the Aces. So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Hayes. Now here's Court Queen. Here's Parker Tyus. She's covered by Thomas. Parker Tyus, good.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Diana Taurasi on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Three-pointer, and Chelsea Gray gets the three.
Once again, she's able to knock down the long-range jumper. It's just been her night from deep.
And here's Diana Taurasi from the arc.
Rebound Cheyenne Parker Tyus.
Pass to Lewis. And she comes up with the deuce.
4 of their last 5 makes came off a high-quality shot inside.
And that's right out of the textbook. They're having their way down low right now.
Taurasi outside. Kept alive by Phoenix. Here's Billings. Here's Thomas. And she was fouled in the act of shooting, and opportunity for a three-point play.
Provides a toughness that every championship team needs. Thomas's teammates know she won't go down easy.
You know, I just can't get over the fact that Alyssa Thomas has been playing with 2 torn labrums for years now. I mean, talk about toughness.
Yeah, hence her one-handed shooting style. But she's an absolute warrior. She's not only playing through pain, she's doing it at an elite level.
And 2023 was a frustrating season for the Mercury, a 9-31 record.
The second worst record in team history as they missed the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. They were dead last in defensive rating. So if you want to talk about a big improvement, it's got to start there.
Well, we can all agree on this. There is nothing quite like summer hoops in Vegas, as long as the AC is pumping.
Yeah, it was, what, 110, 115, you can get up there. But you got the 2K Summer League going on, the men's national team normally playing games, having a camp, tons of elite high school events, and, of course, Aces season in full swing.
Pass to Lewis. Shoots from 12.
And that one good. Cheyenne Parker Tyus with the dime.
Well, her shooting has been outstanding. Definitely, one of the reasons why they're winning this game.
For 3, Diana Taurasi. And the Mercury, another 3.
Well, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner because it's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And it's Lewis missing. Copper outside. Pass to Taurasi. There's the triple.
A rebound by Parker Tyus.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Down low. Court Queen up top. Back to Parker Tyus. And here's Court Queen. Here's Wilson. Comes up empty down low.
Typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
Here's Copper. The second chance effort. They shoot again. It's not going to go for her. Nice defense from Asia Wilson. Parker Tyus. She's covered by Brown. Pass to Lewis. Wilson right side. Lewis. And she banks in the layup.
She was one step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
And the Mercury call time here.
Here's Copper. Pass to Brown. It's stolen by Parker Tyus. Here's Young. That one is good. She has missed only one of her 6 shots from the floor.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it, just a tremendous all-around performance we've seen from them.
Yeah, Brian, it's been a treat to watch.
Here's Copper. Great D that time from Jackie Young, with the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
They should jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Here's Lewis. Buries the long-range jumper.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
They got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Here's Taurasi. Soft touch off the glass.
Anything but shy on the basketball court. Thomas is a vocal leader and really a quality distributor.
Shoots from the corner, and the Aces tack on 2 more.
Well, we're seeing the shots dropping for them very well now.
Yeah, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point. Their coach has to be happy.
3, Diana Taurasi. Rebound by the Aces.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Lewis. Offensive rebound to the wing on the left. This one for 3. That shot off. So it's the Aces winning this one easily. The outcome of this one is never in doubt.
They were really putting out a supreme effort, and it felt like once they had the significant lead, they were not going to let it go.
And that'll wrap it up.
Your support is what makes this possible. Please drive on safe.
You had a big game tonight against one of the league's legends. Can you sum up the experience of playing against Diana Taurasi?
Unreal. Unreal. That's the first word that comes to mind. I mean, DT is one of the best to ever do it. I know there's a lot of debate, but she's the GOAT to me, and I got the full experience. The elbows, the trash talking, the funny little quips, the shots in my face. I love that she didn't hold anything back. That's what I wanted.
Okay, I have to know. What was the funniest thing she said, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, some stuff I cannot repeat, but she did say, "Welcome to the W," after she drove the lane on me and just knocked me to the ground. It made me laugh because that's DT.
That is.
Your team needed a big performance from you on both sides of the ball against Alyssa Thomas, arguably the toughest forward to ever play the game. How were you able to get it done?
The past few times we played them, Alyssa took me to school. So I wanted to come out and show that I learned a lesson or two.
Nice. What do you do differently on the defensive end? And are you more comfortable now facing some of the top players in the league at this point of the season?
Early season jitters, that's a part of the game, but they didn't last long. At the end of the day, we're all pros. We all have a job to do. This time around, it was my job to make it hard for Alyssa to score and box her out. Easier said than done, obviously, but that's what I focused on.
Cool.
Punch the clock with inspiration. Standing in line, man. Guess this sort.
Welcome back to NBA 2K.